Hi, my name is Gary Kendall. I'm the catalyst for Love KC. One of our primary tools in helping people to live on mission for Jesus is Bless Every Home. And I want to spend a little bit of time today talking to you about that and how you can get started.
And I'm Tim Stout. I help Gary out with a lot of this sort of thing. So we've kind of put our heads together on what kind of questions would people have. So, Gary, I think the first question that people would have is, what is Bless Every Home?
So, Bless Every Home is a digital tool that enables you to pray for your neighbors, and you get 5 neighbor names a day. Bless Every Home actually literally walks you around your neighborhood, giving you neighbor names for which to pray. And so it's a great way to have a daily reminder that we want to lead our friends to Jesus.
Gary, another question I think people would be interested in is, what's the cost to this? How much do I have to pay?
Well, Bless Every Home as an online tool is completely free. So you don't pay anything. And you can register through Love KC. We'll show you how. And we'll go to Love KC. So in your browser, just type in lovekc.net. So lovekc.net. That will take you to the page that I'm on. Once you land here to get started with Bless Every Home and the Love KC version of it, I'm going to encourage you to slide down. This is on the landing page over to where it says pray, because we're going to show you how you can adopt your neighborhood and pray for those around you. So click on pray. When you see that, then you see a description. It tells you about Bless Every Home. I'm going to click on the sign up, and here's the sign up bar. I'm going to make up a name here. I'll use my brother's name. So my brother is Brad, last name Kendall. I don't know what his email is. We'll make one up here. It's Brad at gmail.com. And he has a church, but I've forgotten the name of it. So we'll call it Love KC for now. And please add me to the mailing list. Okay, so now what it did was it signed us up for Love KC so that we can be able to communicate with you and help you in equipping you and supporting you as you serve. And now it's taken me to the account at Bless Every Home where I finished the account here. You set your password, you type in your home address, and your organization is already set at Love KC. Once you do this, you'll immediately get a email that's a confirmation email from Chris Cooper and Bless Every Home inside your own account. And so when it comes to your email, you just click on it and show that you're the owner of that account. And then when you're done, it's going to open up an account for you in Bless Every Home.
That sounds good. Will Bless Every Home start sending me a whole bunch of emails and things?
No, you'll get the daily 5 neighbors for which to pray. And then occasionally they'll send something that's asking you about how they're doing, or if they can do it better, or if there's some other kind of way that they can help with equipping. But in my experience of 5 years, I usually don't get more than maybe another email every a month or every 2 months. Maybe it's not very often at all.
All right. So once I sign up for Bless Every Home, what happens then?
Well, that's when the fun starts. I can usually set my calendar, Tim, to 7 to 10 days from the time a person starts their account. They're going to have some kind of God coincidence where they'll start praying for your neighbors. You pray for 5 a day, and it literally walks you around your neighborhood. In a month, you'll pray for 40 neighbor names. You can also make that more. You can add to it or you can subtract to it, but 40 is the default. It is incredible how, if I'm in contact with a person, they tell me they started 3 days later, 5 days later, a week later, they'll text me, call me, or email me and say, you're not going to believe this. And they'll tell me some story about meeting their neighbor at the mailbox. And they actually knew the person's name because now they know their name when they were praying for them. Or they ran into the person at Target. I've heard this multiple times. They've been in a checkout line and they saw one of their neighbors and they knew their name because they've been praying, and they got into some kind of conversation. And so we teach a pray, care, share rhythm of life. Once you start praying, you'll often have chances to share within a week. And then you care for that person in the way that seems obvious or natural at the time. And then almost always I'll ask you why, and you'll have an opportunity to share. And you share your story or share his story. And I've just seen it over and over and over. So I invite you to join in the fun and join the 3,553 lights already adopting their neighborhoods in Kansas City. And I'd like to hear your story.